Good morning students. This is class 11th maths lecture 3rd of chapter 5th complex numbers. Today we will discuss the solution of the homework given in the previous lecture. So exercise 5.1 question 11th is you have to find the multiplicative inverse of 4 minus 3 iota. So its multiplicative inverse will be 1 upon 4 minus 3 iota, but find out it in the terms of a plus iota b. So for that rationalize it with 4 plus 3 iota, right? Now this will become 4 plus 3 iota upon, this is a minus b into a plus b. So a square minus b square, which is 3 iota. 3 iota square will be 9 iota square. So this is 4 plus 3 iota upon 16 plus 9, because iota square is minus and minus minus becomes plus. So you will get 4 by 25 plus 3 by 25 iota. Now next question 12th is root 5 plus 3 iota. So multiplicative inverse of this is 1 upon root 5 plus 3 iota. Now rationalize it with root 5 minus 3 iota. Why this? Because you have to change the sign of the term which is with iota. Therefore rationalize it with root 5 minus 3 iota. So you will get root 5 minus 3 iota upon root 5 square, that is 5, minus 3 iota square, which is 9 iota square. Now root 5 minus 3 iota upon 5 plus 9. So you will get root 5 upon 14 minus 3 by 14 iota, right? Now question number 13th, minus iota. So multiplicative inverse of minus iota will be minus 1 upon iota. Now rationalize it with, you can rationalize it with either with iota or with minus iota, it does not matter, because if you will take minus iota then also minus will get cancelled, right? Therefore rationalizing it with iota, you will get minus iota upon iota square, and iota square is minus 1. So this minus will get cancelled with iota square, which is minus 1 only. So you will get iota, right? So multiplicative inverse of minus iota is iota. Now question number 14th is this, you have to find the form of a plus iota b. So this is in the numerator a plus b into a minus b. So it will be a square, that is 3 square, which is 9, minus b square, b is this complete. So square of this will be iota square into 5 upon, subtract these two complex numbers. So subtract the real part with the real part plus iota imaginary part with the imaginary part. So you will get root 3 minus root 3 plus iota into root 2 minus minus now plus root 2. So this will be 9 plus 5 upon root 3 minus root 3 will get cancelled. So you will get 2 root 2 iota, right? So this is 14 upon 2 root 2 iota. So this is 14 upon 2 root 2 iota. Now cancel out this 2 with 14. So you will get 7 upon root 2 iota. Now because iota in the denominator, therefore this is not the form of a plus iota b. Therefore rationalize it. Now rationalize it with root 2 iota upon root 2 iota. See, because here real part is 0. Therefore I have not changed the sign of the imaginary part while rationalizing. Why? Because if you will change it, then it will be minus root 2 iota upon minus root 2 iota, and minus will get cancelled. So there is no use of changing the sign when the real part is 0, right? So you will get now 7 root 2 iota upon root 2 into root 2 is 2 and iota square is minus 1. So introducing a minus sign, right? Now exercise 5.2 question number first. I have asked you to find just the modulus in both the questions. So question first is z is given as this. Modulus of z will be root real part square, real part is minus 1, square plus imaginary part square, imaginary part is minus root 3 whole square. So you will get root 1 plus 3, which is root 4. Now root 4 you will take just the positive value 2, because modulus is the non-negative value. It can be 0 or positive. So root 4 will be 2, right? Now exercise 5.3, question number first is x square plus 3 equal to 0. You have to solve this quadratic equation. So x square is equal to, take this 3 this side, so it will be minus 3. Now x will be plus minus root minus 3. So x is equal to plus minus root 3 iota, right? Now question number third is x square plus 3x plus 9 is equal to 0. So x will be equal to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, right? So this will be minus 3 plus minus root 9 minus 36 upon 2, which is equal to minus 3 plus minus root minus 27 upon 2. So this will be equal to minus 3 plus minus 3 root 3 iota upon 2, because this is root 27 and root 27 can be written as 3 root 3. So this is the solution of this quadratic equation, right? Now next we will do some miscellaneous examples. So the first question is find the conjugate of this complex number. Now see, you have to find the conjugate of this. For this, first of all, we'll make it in the form of a plus iota b, right? For this, multiply these two terms and these two terms. So in the numerator you will get 6 plus 9 iota minus 4 iota minus 2 iota into 3 iota is 6 iota square, upon in the denominator you will get 2 minus iota plus 4 iota and minus 2 iota square, right? Now this will be 6 and this is 6 iota square, so it will be minus 6 and minus already is here, so it will be plus 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 5 iota upon, now this complete will be now plus 2 and plus 2. So you will get 4 plus 3 iota. Now rationalize it with 4 minus 3 iota, right? So in the numerator you will get 48 minus 36 iota plus 20 iota, and you will get this as 5 iota into minus 3 iota. So minus 15 into iota square, that will be plus 15. In the denominator you will get 4 square minus 3 iota square, which is plus 9. So you will get 63 by 25 minus 16 by 25 iota. Now this is the complex number given, which we have solved in the form of a plus iota b. So conjugate of this will be nothing but change the sign of the imaginary part. So conjugate of this complex number will be 63 by 25 plus 16 by 25 iota, right? Now the next question is find the modulus of 1 plus iota upon 1 minus iota. Now here also, to find out the modulus, first find out this in a plus iota b form. For this, rationalize the number with 1 plus iota, right? In the numerator you will get 1 plus iota whole square, and in the denominator you will get, this is a minus b into a plus b. So a square minus b square will be iota square, which is minus 1. Therefore you will get plus 1, which is equal to, now open the square, a square plus b square, iota square is minus 1 plus 2ab upon 2. Cancel out this 1, you will get 2 iota by 2, which is iota. Therefore modulus of this complex number, which is iota only, is root of real part square. Here there is no real part, therefore 0 square is 0 plus imaginary part square. Imaginary part is 1, so 1 square is 1. So you will get the modulus as 1, right? Now second is, you have to find the modulus of 1 upon 1 plus iota. Again rationalize it with 1 minus iota. So you will get 1 minus iota upon 1 plus 1, because a square minus b square. So you will get 1 plus 1, which is equal to 1 by 2 minus iota by 2. So modulus will be real part square. Real part is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4 plus imaginary part square. Imaginary part is minus 1 by 2. Its square will be 1 by 4. So you'll get modulus as 1 upon root 2. Clear? Now see, the next question is, if x plus iota y is equal to a plus iota b upon a minus iota b, then show x square plus y square is equal to 1. This is given and you have to show that x square plus y square is equal to 1. For this we will find x minus iota y, because x plus iota y into x minus iota y is x square y square, which we want. Therefore we will find out x minus iota y. Now this is given. If we will take conjugate on both the sides, then you will get conjugate of x plus iota y, conjugate of whole of this. Now you know conjugate of z1 upon z2 is equal to z1 conjugate upon z2 conjugate, right? So you will get x minus iota y equal to a minus iota b upon conjugate of this will be a plus iota b, right? Now we want x square plus y square. For this multiply these two. So multiplying x plus iota y into x minus iota y. So x plus y, iota y is already given as this. X minus iota y we have calculated, it is this. Now you can see a plus iota b will get cancelled and also a minus iota b will get cancelled, and the product of these two will be a square minus b square. So it will be minus y square. Therefore it will be x square plus y square equal to 1, which we wanted to prove, right? Now in the next question you have to find real theta such that this is purely real. So that this terms becomes purely real, you have to find such theta, right? So for this, first of all, rationalize it to make it in the form of a plus iota b. Rationalize it with 1 plus 2 iota sine theta, right? Now multiply the numerators, you will get 3 plus 6 iota sine theta plus 2 iota sine theta, and product of these two will be minus 4 sine square theta, because 2 into 2 is 4. Sine theta into sine theta is sine square theta, and iota into iota is iota square, which is minus 1, right? Upon the denominator you will get a minus b into a plus b. So it will be a square minus b square. B square will be 4 iota square sine square theta. Now because of this iota square, it is minus 1, this minus will become plus, right? So in the denominator you will get 1 plus 4 sine square theta. Now write down it in form of a plus iota b, writing real part separately and plus iota imaginary part. So real part is 3 minus 4 sine square theta upon 1 plus 4 sine square theta plus iota. Now this is 6 iota sine theta plus 2 iota sine theta. So it will be 8 iota sine theta upon 1 plus 4 sine square theta. Now they have said find the theta such that this term becomes purely real. That is, imaginary part should be 0, right? If this term is completely real, then its imaginary part should be 0. Therefore, according to the question, we get 8 sine theta upon 1 plus 4 sine square theta is equal to 0, because this is the imaginary part, right? So take 1 plus 4 sine square theta this side. So you will get 8 sine theta equal to 0. Therefore sine theta equal to 0. And I have told you if sine theta is equal to 0, then theta is equal to n pi, where n belongs to the set of integers, right? Now we will discuss some questions of miscellaneous exercise. So question second is that you have to prove that for any two complex numbers, real part of z1 into z2 is equal to real part of z1 into real part of z2 minus imaginary part of z1 into imaginary part of z2. So this is very simple. For this, first of all, let the complex number z1 as a plus iota b, z2 as c plus iota d, right? Now real part of z1 is a, imaginary part is B, and real part of Z2 is C, and imaginary part of Z2 is D, right? Now also we want to find the real part of Z1, Z2. For this, find out the product of Z1 into Z2, which is A plus iota B into C plus iota D. Now this will be AC plus iota AD plus iota BC, and this will be iota square BD, therefore minus BD, right? Now write it in form of A plus iota B. So AC minus BD together plus iota in the bracket AD plus BC. Now we want real part of Z1 into Z2. So real part is this one. So real part of Z1 into Z2 is AC minus BD, which is A is real part of Z1, C is real part of Z2, minus B is imaginary part of Z1 and D is imaginary part of Z2. So this is only we want to prove that real of Z1 into Z2 is this, right? Now question number 4th is, if x minus iota y is equal to root a minus iota b upon c minus iota d, then you have to show that x square plus y square whole square is equal to a square plus b square upon c square plus d square, right? Now again you want x square plus y square, and we already have x minus iota y. If we find out x plus iota y, then product of x minus iota y into x plus iota y will be this x square plus y square. But see, we cannot directly take conjugate on both the sides. Why? Because it is root and conjugate cannot get inside the root, right? So you will not be able to find the conjugate of this number. Therefore, we will firstly remove this root. For that, take the square of both the sides. So you will get x minus iota y whole square equal to, root will get cancelled. So you will get a minus iota b upon c minus iota d. Now take conjugate on both the sides. So you know the conjugate of z1 into z2 is z1 conjugate into z2 conjugate. Therefore it is square. We can differentiate the conjugate of this, and it can be written as conjugate of x minus iota y into conjugate of x minus iota y, right? Equal to, also conjugate of this can be written as conjugate of z1 upon conjugate of z2. So it will be a minus iota b conjugate upon conjugate of c minus iota d. Now this will be x plus iota y into x plus iota y equal to a plus iota b, and conjugate of this will be c plus iota d. Now this is 1, this is 2, multiply these two. So you will get x minus iota y whole square into, this is x plus iota y whole square. In the right hand side, this is a minus iota b upon c minus iota d into a plus iota b upon c plus iota d, right? Now this can be written as x minus iota y into x plus iota y whole square. Now in the right hand side, product of these two will be a square plus b square, and product of these two will be c square plus d square. Now product of these two will be x square plus y square and whole square equal to this only. This is only we wanted to prove, right? So your today's homework is, you have to do question 4th to 10th of exercise 5.3 and question 6 to 9 of miscellaneous. Okay. Thank you.